Nicholas, you mentioned automation, patient care automation,
Right.
okay? Could you give us some examples? Because I know they're thriving, right? We're reading these exciting articles. We're following top voices like yourself for more interesting examples that popping up every day. But what, in your opinion, okay, where automation will become kind of human-centered automation because we don't want just dumb robots doing dumb thing, okay? We need smarter
Yeah.
than that. How do you think
No.
it's going right now? Yeah.
Yeah, and again, as John mentioned, in terms of personalization and automation, we see it happening a lot in surgery more and more. As I mentioned, the eye surgery, the prostate surgery, the brain surgery, because it's a little bit more precise. It allows also to a better diagnosis and a better. You can use also virtual reality for the surgeon to be able to train himself or herself on the surgery. So when he or she comes in the room, he or she knows already how to perform the surgery. But to your question, Irene, one area which, at least in terms of my son, if I can talk about him again, he said there's one area that really upsets me the most is administration and all the work that needs to be done in terms of administration. And AI can really help automating, all the tasks like scheduling, billing, patient record management, and so it will allow basically healthcare professionals to spend more time on the patient care. And that automation is definitely happening these days. You can see now, you make an appointment, you don't need to talk to the secretary anymore. You just make your appointment online. You can tell all about. You can link. At least in Europe, we have what we call the shared medical file, which is shared amongst every single physicians that you see, and you can enter all the information you want to enter or you can enter. And so that helps really automate the diagnosis, automate also the treatment, because when you come to an appointment with a cardiologist, for example, he knows everything you've done before. He can see all your blood results. He can see all the problems you might have had before. He can decide to have stress tests on you even before you walk in. And then so it puts the patient at the center, because when you come in, he has already all that information. He has maybe using AI, or even if he's not using AI today, he can just confirm everything with you and ensure that at least you get the most optimized care that he can give you. And that's what's really important. I mean, John as an MD is probably buried with with administration tasks as well. And you need to be very careful, because if there's one area where you can't mess up is beyond surgery. Obviously, it's administration, because that's where patients can sue a doctor, can sue a hospital, can sue, and can take legal actions against something that was not well documented or things like that. And so you need to back yourself up, and more, not as much in Europe, but I know in the US, you guys need to you guys, meaning the MDs, you need to really back yourself up with data to make sure that at least you don't have any legal implication that could prevent you from doing your job if really you found that you've made a mistake or something like that. So that's where I think the AI and data and technology is going to help. But there's the very important point is the ethical element of it, and cybersecurity and all this. In Europe, we've decided to have a legal angle of it, and we're about to, as you know, I'm an ambassador for the European Commission, and so we work a lot on putting together basically a set of laws. And I know European love laws, whereas the Americans love to behave differently. But for us, we've decided, in terms of cybersecurity, in terms of information that can be shared, to at least ensure that data cannot be used for wrong or misdoings from hackers or for things like that. So that there's a very important element. I think AI and technology is going to be, and is already, a fantastic tool and solution for physicians, but we need to make sure that at least we respect legal elements and privacy for the patients. And that was to me, in terms of automation, that's something that's really important.
Absolutely. John, Nicholas brought a few very critical points. Okay, so to me, I do want to hear your opinion first on workflow automation. So what is your point of view in terms of how in 2024 the workflow will be critical, and how AI is helping already so many startups out there working on it, so many larger companies developing solutions?
You bet. It's not only making, Irene, I would say, physicians more efficient, but it's frankly making them happier. We are experiencing a surge of burnout in the US. Part of it is from the exacerbation of COVID and the amount of patients that we're seeing during that period of time. But between seeing patients and handling administrative tasks, as Nicholas aptly pointed out, it's become overwhelming for many to do this day in and day out, and they're leaving for other industries, other positions, et cetera. So I would say not only more efficient, but happier. And what we talk about is ensuring, ideally, that individuals practice at the top of their license, or they're doing what they're trained to do, and they're not involved in the routine administrative tasks, which certainly impact the U.S. healthcare system today. I see the workflow automation along these lines, the streamlining, if you will, is a win-win. I think it's a win for the patient and a win for the physician. A win for the physician, as I just pointed out, because that's where they want to be. They want less administrative tasks, less rote issues. They want to be practicing and caring for people. They'll be happier. And then on the flip side of that, the patients will benefit from it, absolutely, as Nicholas pointed out, because they'll have more focused care, more critical or important interpersonal interactions with their physicians. So I really see the experience for the patients improving as a lot of this work is streamlined and offloaded, if you will, into AI.